Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Khalik. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given and granted to each one of us lots of potential, talents, capabilities, even resources. Although we are not much interested, maybe, in finding out whatever has given and gifted to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rather, our attention remain focused upon the materialism. Whatever I do possess materially, I think that material possessions are our resources, it's fine. But what about what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given and gifted to me and to you and to each and every one of the creation Allah has created? I think that there is a huge potential capabilities and talents. We need to identify and we need to take the maximum advantage of that. Now, this is going to be the topic of our today's discussion. Like every discussion and this talk here on this channel, I have included the opinion of an expert, and this expert says that there are 13 things which we need to do so that we could take the maximum advantage of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. And instead of wasting it all till we die, let's explore it. Let's try to avail it as much as we can. First of all, our expert says that make physical health a priority through regular exercise, nutrition, nutritious eating, and adequate sleep. Of course, the positive thinking. So, we need to make our physical health a priority, maybe a number one priority, for the reason that if at all we are healthy, physically and psychologically, we can do a lot, we can accomplish a lot. But if at all, unfortunately, we are not healthy, of course, we will not be able to do anything else. Rather, all the energies, all the time, and all the resources will go into making ourselves a healthy person again. How can we do that? We can by eating the nutritious food, not eating for the sake of the player, rather eating for the sake of the health, and then providing ourselves with adequate sleep of 7 to 9 hours. And then, of course, it is the physical exercise, and it will not be complete if at all we don't talk about the positive thinking. And the number two thing our experts say, reduce stress and practice relaxation technique like meditation and yoga, etc. We need to minimize the mental stress for the reason that if at all we are stressful, all the energies will be wasted inside us by a kind of conflict going on inside our mind. We need to manage it, we need to relax ourselves by meditation, by yoga, by any other exercise, by listening to the to melodious Quran, glorious Quran in a melodious voice, etc. By strolling in the pleasant atmosphere, and of course by enjoying, by thinking positive. So that was number two. Reduce stress and practice relaxation technique like meditation and yoga, etc. Number three. Establish direction through goal setting across all life domain. Whatever are the segments of the life, whatever departments we are working in, we want to work in, we need to set a direction by setting by establishing the goals. Goals means targets, and targets mean that we will be, inshallah, these targets should be a bit realistic one, because the target setting actually mean that we mean business, and we want to achieve all that. By achieving all that, we want to make our life better and even more better. I think this goal setting is extremely important, and not just in the financial field, rather as for the family is concerned, as for the social life is concerned, whatever we want to learn, wherever we want to go, in each and every domain of the life, we need to set the goals, because setting of the goal mean that we are going to take the action. Otherwise, obviously we will stay idle, and there will be little spirit in our work because we don't want to accomplish something good in other ways, so establish direction through goal setting across all life domains. Number 4, seek out new challenges and opportunities for learning and growth. Challenges and opportunities for learning and growth. We need to learn, we need to grow, we need to find the opportunities, we need to find the new challenges, and all as for the challenges and the opportunities are concerned. I think that mean life, that mean truly we are alive, and now there is, I think that there are opportunities inside the challenges as well, and learning and growing go hand in hand. I think we must not ignore the learning no matter how old we are. We should keep learning. And now the number 5 is invest time in self-care activities like replenish your spirit. Self-care activities. We need to spare some of the time. We need to spare some of the time for the self-care activities. There are some spiritual needs, there are some emotional needs, there are certain psychological needs, there are certain physical needs, and we need to take care of ourselves, because if at all we don't take care of ourselves, no one else is going to do that. So all of those reasons that we need to take care of ourselves, taking care of ourselves is more important than anything else at all. And invest time in self-care activities like replenish your spirit. If at all we are strolling, we are walking, we are listening to something melodious, and we are chatting with a positive minded person, all of that are the self care activities. We are taking shower, we are taking rest, we are reading something positive. All of those are self care activities. And now the number 6 is surround yourself with encouraging, sportive people. Surrounding ourselves with the people who are encouraging, with the people who are sportive. And if at all we are with the people who are discouraging us and who are opposing us, who are pulling our legs instead of supporting us, I think that we will be having the enemies around us. So it is better to stay away from those people and look for the people who are encouraging and look for the people who are sportive. Okay. And now the seventh is cultivate gratitude and optimism. Cultivate gratitude and optimism. I think gratitude, we need to become grateful people. There are people who are seen criticizing, and criticizing. I think that is a quite a negative activity. Instead we need to make the suggestion. Instead of we need to give the feedback. And we are seeing some of the people, many of the people in the society, they are seen complaining and complaining. I think as for the complaints and the criticism is concerned, I think that is not something good at all. We should not be habitual critic, we shouldn't be an habitual complainer. Instead we should be habitually a grateful person. And the grateful people are seen supported by a sport, I mean getting the support of many people. And it does not mean that we cannot give a feedback, we cannot suggest a certain good thing. All of that can be done in a positive manner. And now the next and the seventh is cultivate, the eighth is develop positive habits and routine habits and routine. These either make or break our life. So we should not be ignoring our habits, we should not be ignoring any of our habit, we should not be ignoring any of our routine. The more hard work we do on the habits and the routine, I think the happier and the more successful people we will become. So, as for the habits are the concern, as for the routines are concerned, these are extremely important. And be a zero tolerant person as for the habits and the routines are concerned. Now, the number 9 is contribute to others through community service and volunteering. Contribute to others through community service and volunteering. I think that we need to contribute something to the needy people by sparing a little bit of the time and even a little bit of the financial resources to help and to guide and to train and to teach the needy people. I think that is also very important, and it will make our personality a complete one. And in the absence of it, we are absolutely incomplete. Now, the number 10 is be open minded and embrace new experiences. Why to be rigid? Why to be so much reserved person? Why not to take on the new challenges and the new experiences? And that's very very important. Be open minded, and don't be a narrow minded person at all. Never be a narrow minded person at all, and embrace new experiences. New experiences are really really good. Now the number 11 is find purpose and passion in your work. If at all there is no purpose and passion in our work, I think it will be a very dull performance, and it will be a very poor quality performance. If at all we want to deliver, if at all we want to work better, if at all we want to improve the quality and the quantity of our work, all what we need to do is that we need to find purpose and passion in your work. We need to do it with the enthusiasm, of course. Now the number 12 is practice mindfulness and live in the present. Instead of keep thinking about the previous life, instead of regretting and repenting about our previous life, and instead of being afraid of the future, it is far better to focus on the moment, to concentrate on the moment, to practice the mindfulness, to be aware, to be aware and to be conscious about our present, and of course to enjoy, to live as well, as good, as enthusiastically as we can, as far our today is concerned. And now the 13th and the last is believe in yourself and your abilities. As we earlier said in the beginning, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given and gifted to us with a lot of potential, with a lots of capabilities. And if at all we are believing in the qualities, in the good qualities, in the talents, in the capabilities, in the potential, in the resources Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given and gifted to us, if at all we are determined to make the best possible use of all of these things, I think that we are going to achieve much. We are going to be a much, much better person. Thank you.